Hello, my name is Saidou. So I am a visual effects supervisor and co-founder of Parallel 14, which is a 3D school based in the Caribbean in Martinique. Yeah, I'm from Martinique. Actually, I was born in Martinique and I studied arts. And in my art school, I touched for the first time 3D, and I thought that, okay, that's great because we can do anything with 3D. We can tell any story, and I really liked it. And after my art school, I decided to move to France because in Martinique, there is nothing there, not much stuff, especially to learn 3D. And I went in a cinema school that had a 3D program. I learned there for 1 year and then started working in the industry. And in working in the industry, I had the opportunity to work for TV shows, for music videos, stuff like this. And I eventually got the opportunity to work on my first feature film. That was Asterix at the Olympic Games. So that was a big French franchise and other opportunities like that, like Underworld, Despicable Me. And then I moved to London to work on John Carter. So I used to work at Double Negative. Eventually, I got to New Zealand at Weta Digital to work on The Hobbit. It was about 12 years that passed through all these experiences, and I felt the urge to come back to Martinique because being in New Zealand, I was on an island and working the biggest studio in the world. So I was like, okay, I'm coming from an island. We're pretty close to the US and we're French, and so there's something interesting. So we decided to come back in Martinique, and we really wanted to create something like a studio, and so, but we decided to start with the school because if we want to be part of building an industry, around 3D animation and visual effects, we need people, we need artists. So we created a bachelor with a 4-year program, and we currently have our alumni working in big studios in France or in Canada. So we're pretty happy, and now we're just currently working on creating the studio. That's the next step, and here we are. There is so much to do. I'm pretty much driven by the fact that Black people from the Caribbean or from Africa, we still have a lot to tell, a lot of stories to share with the world, and I feel like we need to structure stuff. We need to have studios and to have our own productions, and so this is what drives me really, and training all these kids and feeling that they will have the same career that I had the chance to have. That's great, but that's important to give them the opportunity to come back home, in this beautiful landscape that we have, and be able to work on great projects, projects that will be seen worldwide, So this is what keeps me like very motivated in what I'm doing currently. I would simply tell him to keep following his intuitions, because this is what I did so far, and travel even more, even sooner, to see different cultures, and to go faster if we may, because sometimes you feel like, wow, if I had done this earlier, that would be even better. Like, keep following your guts, and keep creating as often as you can. We need this diversity in the visual effects. I feel that pretty soon, we'll see new style of stories, being shared with the world, and I feel it pretty well.
Me too. I'm with you. Well, thank you so much. It's so lovely to meet you, and so wonderful to hear your story. And thank you so much for spending time with us.